From iconic moments frozen in time to rare glimpses into everyday life, these images unveil the untold narratives and forgotten details that have shaped our world. Return of a German soldier. In 1956, after enduring Soviet captivity in Germany, a German soldier embarks on a poignant journey home. Separated from his family for a decade, he returns to embrace a son who was just a year old when duty called him to war. This heartwarming reunion speaks volumes about resilience, sacrifice, and the enduring power of love across time's tumultuous landscape. Albina Mali. At the tender age of 16, Albina Mali fearlessly enlisted in the Slovenian People's Liberation Movement in 1941. By 17, she was on the front lines, battling fiercely in the resistance against Nazi occupation, where her courage was tested and she bore the scars of war, wounded twice in the fight for freedom. Discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb. Witness English archaeologist Howard Carter's historic breach into King Tutankhamun's tomb near Luxor, Egypt. Carter inspects the rich artifacts buried with the young pharaoh, offering an unparalleled glimpse into ancient Egyptian life and death. This discovery remains a pinnacle of 20th century archaeology, revealing the tomb's remarkable preservation and wealth of treasures. Punishment in a confined box. In a striking image from Mongolia's history, a woman endures the severe punishment of confinement within a narrow wooden box. Her face peers out through a small opening, a stark reminder of the extreme discipline imposed in certain regions. This method, designed to enforce obedience through isolation and shame, severely restricts movement and social interaction, casting its subjects into a realm of ostracism and public scrutiny. Farmer innovates to protect cows on dark roads. Captured in a poignant photograph, a farmer meticulously paints white stripes on her cow, a practical yet ingenious solution to enhance visibility at night. This measure, crucial during blackout conditions with reduced road lighting, aims to prevent car accidents by ensuring these valuable animals are clearly seen on the roads. This innovative approach reflects a commitment to both animal welfare and road safety in challenging circumstances. Paris's historic public urinals. In a revealing snapshot, a young man stands near Paris's mid-19th century outdoor urinals, known as pissotières. These semi-covered structures ingeniously solve the issue of public urination, seamlessly blending into the urban fabric of Paris. Their discreet design not only harmonized with the cityscape, but also met the essential daily needs of its citizens, marking a practical evolution in urban architecture. Soviet tanks in Prague. Amidst the tumult of the 1968 Soviet invasion, a daring photographer seizes the exact moment Soviet tanks roll into Prague. This photograph, captured at great peril, miraculously finds its way out of Czechoslovakia, offering the world a rare and unflinching glimpse into the brutal reality of the invasion. In the face of danger, this image stands as a powerful testament to the courage and determination to reveal the truth amid adversity. Testing gas-resistant strollers in pre-Watteau, England. In a poignant snapshot from 1938, Hexhall, England, a woman meticulously tests a stroller engineered to withstand gas attacks. Developed amidst the looming threat of chemical warfare, a haunting legacy of World War I, this equipment embodies the British government's proactive measures to safeguard civilians, particularly children, from the specter of poisonous gas. This image encapsulates a poignant reminder of resilience and preparedness in the face of uncertain times. Innovations in WWI soldier protection. In a striking World War I photograph, a man showcases advanced protective gear for British soldiers: a steel cap, shrapnel-proof goggles with slit vision, and a steel dagger gauntlet. The steel cap protected the head, the goggles maintained clear vision, and the gauntlet served as both a shield and weapon in trench combat. This image highlights the ingenuity and resilience of soldiers, equipped to face the brutal realities of war with enhanced readiness and protection. The Texas Dust Bowl of 1935. In a haunting 1935 photograph, The Texas Dust Bowl reveals its relentless fury with an immense dust storm ominously looming. This stark image vividly portrays the harsh reality endured by rural communities during this catastrophic period. Triggered by damaging agricultural practices and severe droughts, the dust storms transformed landscapes into barren deserts, decimating crops and forcing families to abandon their ancestral lands. This snapshot encapsulates the profound impact of environmental devastation and human resilience against nature's unforgiving forces. The curved rifle attachment of WY-2. In a striking World War II image, a German soldier showcases the Krummel, an experimental curved rifle barrel attachment. This device, designed for urban and trench combat, allowed soldiers to shoot around corners, minimizing exposure to enemy fire. The soldier demonstrates the 30 degrees curve of the attachment, highlighting its ingenuity. Despite promising potential, the Krummel's durability and accuracy issues hindered its widespread use. Nonetheless, it remains a testament to wartime innovation and the relentless pursuit of tactical advantage. Explorers awed by Easter Island's Moai statues. In 1922, explorers stand in awe before the colossal Moai statues of Easter Island in Polynesia. Carved by the island's ancient inhabitants, these imposing stone sculptures captivated the minds of explorers and scientists alike with their enigmatic allure and majestic grandeur. These remarkable relics, shrouded in mystery, continue to inspire fascination and reverence for the ingenuity and cultural richness of the island's past civilization. Soviet peasants enter the radio age. In 1928, a poignant photograph captures Soviet peasants experiencing radio for the first time. Their faces reflect curiosity and awe as they embrace this transformative technology. The radio, a symbol of progress, connects isolated communities to the wider world, disseminating information, music, and propaganda. This moment marks a pivotal shift towards connectivity and enlightenment in rural Soviet life. Innovation and tragedy over New York. On the afternoon of May 6, 1937, a captivating photograph captures the German airship Hindenburg gliding over New York City. Adorned with swastikas, it symbolizes Nazi Germany's technological prowess and ambition during its routine transatlantic journeys. However, tragedy struck that night in Manchester Township, New Jersey, as the Hindenburg was engulfed in a catastrophic fire while attempting to land, claiming 36 lives. This harrowing event marked the end of the airship's journey, etching Hindenburg's story into history as a poignant tale of triumph and tragedy in aviation's golden age. The Soba Hero. In bustling Tokyo of 1935, a mesmerizing photograph captures a noodle delivery man deftly pedaling with one hand while skillfully balancing dozens of boxes of soba noodles. Soba, a cherished staple of Japanese cuisine, has long held a prominent place in the nation's culinary heritage and cultural identity. The Daredevil Horse Divers. Step back in time to 1905. In Pueblo, Colorado, a captivating photograph captures the exhilarating spectacle of horse diving, a popular 19th century event. Horses, sometimes with riders, leapt from heights up to 60 feet into water pools. The image shows a mesmerized crowd, their faces reflecting amazement and excitement at this extraordinary feat. Horse diving showcased equestrian prowess and captured the imagination of large audiences at fairs nationwide. Though viewed today with animal welfare concerns, at the time, it demonstrated the bravery and skill of both horse and rider, serving as a beloved form of entertainment. Mayan statue discovery of 1885. In 1885, deep within the jungles of Honduras, explorers make a breathtaking discovery, an ancient Mayan statue. This archaeological marvel illuminates the profound cultural and historical legacy of the Mayan civilization, which thrived in Mesoamerica. Concealed for centuries by dense vegetation, the unveiling of this statue offers invaluable insights into Mayan art, religion, and society. Wojtek the Soldier Bear. In 1942, a remarkable photograph captures Wojtek, the Syrian bear, sitting proudly with his comrades from the Polish II Corps during World War II. Initially adopted by Polish soldiers, Wojtek became an official soldier with a rank, paybook, and serial number. In the image, he poses with a soldier, highlighting the extraordinary bond between animal and military. Wojtek earned admiration by helping transport ammunition during the Battle of Monte Cassino. Fresh air innovation. In an unconventional practice that stirred curiosity and concern, mothers in 1930s London embraced the idea of suspending baby cages outside apartment windows. Motivated by a fervent belief in the health benefits of fresh air, especially crucial amidst the urban density and pollution of the time, these securely fixed cages allowed infants to experience the outdoors from the safety of their homes. Captured in the daring image of babies peacefully nestled in their suspended sanctuaries, this practice, though controversial, surprisingly saw no reported injuries or fatalities. Rat catchers. In Liverpool sewers, dedicated rat catchers wage a silent war against the city's rodent population. Employed across Europe, these unsung heroes play a crucial role in public health, curbing diseases like the Black Plague and protecting food supplies. Armed with specialized skills, they defend against rodent infestations with years of honed experience. Traffic revolution. On September 3, 1967, a gripping photograph captures the chaos in Stockholm, Sweden, during the monumental shift from left-hand to right-hand driving. Dubbed H-Day, this historic event threw vehicles and pedestrians into disarray as they adapted to the new traffic rule. The switch aimed to enhance road safety and align Sweden with neighboring countries already driving on the right, marking a bold step towards modernization and transportation integration. Messenger dogs of World War I. In the heart of wartime France, a poignant scene unfolds in 1915. A dog handler eagerly receives a message brought by a messenger dog that courageously swam across a daunting canal. These invaluable war animals played a pivotal role in military operations, particularly in treacherous terrains where traditional communication methods faltered. Trained to navigate enemy lines and natural obstacles, these messenger dogs became lifelines of information exchange, delivering critical messages with unwavering loyalty and precision. Legacy of Harriet Cole. In 1888, Harriet Cole, a hospital janitor, donated her body to science. Following her death, Dr. Rufus B. Weaver undertook an unprecedented task. He meticulously removed and preserved her entire nervous system over 6 months. This remarkable achievement not only became a vital teaching tool, but also fascinated aspiring doctors for its scientific intricacy. Weaver's feat, repeated successfully only a few times since, stands as a lasting tribute to Cole's selfless contribution to medical knowledge. Armored diving suit. In 1914, Chester McFadden stood in New York, clad in his pioneering armored diving suit. McFadden revolutionized underwater exploration by equipping his suit with ball bearings, enhancing mobility and safety at unprecedented depths. With this groundbreaking technology, he shattered American deep-sea diving records, descending to a remarkable depth of 212 feet. The pea shooter alarm of East London. In a historic 1930s photo, Mary Smith of East London stands tall as a knocker-upper, armed with a pea shooter. Her ingenious method of shooting dried peas at sleeping workers' windows ensured punctuality in an era when alarm clocks were unreliable and costly. Earning approximately £6 a week, Smith's unique service not only woke workers, but also became a symbol of resourcefulness during challenging times in British history. Liberation of Jewish prisoners from the death train. In 1945, a gripping photograph captures Jewish prisoners liberated from a Nazi death train, epitomizing their long-awaited freedom from Holocaust horrors. The death train symbolized profound human cruelty, but the survivors' liberation sparks renewal and a resilient commitment to remembrance and prevention of such atrocities. Picnicking among alligators. From 1907 to 1953, the California Alligator Farm in Los Angeles offered a unique picnic experience where families lounged among docile, trained alligators. Amid lush surroundings, visitors enjoyed close encounters with these majestic reptiles, making it a beloved destination known for entertainment and daring adventures with exotic creatures. The punt gun. A striking image captures a man wielding a punt gun, a colossal shotgun designed for duck hunting. This formidable weapon boasted the ability to take down over 50 birds in a single shot, showcasing both its efficiency and the stark brutality of early hunting practices. Mounted on small punts, these guns were a favorite among commercial hunters seeking maximum yields. However, their indiscriminate power posed a severe threat to waterfowl populations, leading to their eventual ban in the late 1960s. Red Cross dogs in gas masks, WWI. During World War I in 1917, Red Cross dogs donned gas masks, vital for their rescue and communication missions on battlefields. These heroic canines faced the grim reality of chemical attacks, a devastating tactic used widely during the conflict. Canine aid. In 1915, a wounded British soldier relies on a Red Cross dog for bandages, highlighting their crucial role in delivering medical aid on perilous battlefields. These trained canines, equipped with backpacks carrying essential supplies, bravely assisted where human medics couldn't easily reach, embodying courage and service in wartime. Soviet youth preparedness. During a tense period in 1937, Soviet youths of the Young Pioneers are captured in a historic photo donning gas masks, partaking in civil defense drills near Leningrad. Each solemn face veiled in protective gear, clutching emergency supplies, symbolizes the nation's readiness amidst escalating global tensions and the looming specter of poison gas attacks. The Hindenburg Disaster. In a fateful moment on May 6, 1937, the German airship Hindenburg erupted in flames at the U.S. Naval Station in New Jersey, claiming 36 lives after its 60-hour transatlantic journey from Germany. This harrowing disaster not only ended the era of majestic airships, but also served as a stark reminder of their vulnerability and the perils of early aviation. The Hindenburg's fiery demise reverberated globally, catalyzing a shift away from airships as a viable mode of passenger transport. Ku Klux Klan at the Carnival. In April 1926, members of the Ku Klux Klan were captured in a striking photo as they leisurely strolled down Main Street in Canyon City, Colorado, adorned in their distinctive robes and hoods. The image, prominently featured on the front page of the local newspaper, depicts Klan members enjoying the attractions of a traveling carnival, including the Ferris wheel. During this era, such public displays were used by the Klan to assert their influence and normalize their presence within American communities. Desperation in the Korean War. In 1951, amidst the brutal Korean War, a poignant moment unfolded as Chinese soldiers pleaded for their lives from a South Korean soldier. This event starkly illustrates the intensity and despair of the conflict that divided the Korean peninsula, with Chinese forces supporting the North and South Korean troops, backed by the United States and UN allies, defending the South. Such scenes underscored the human toll and the stark realities faced by soldiers on both sides of the battlefield. March of Sacrifice. In April 1918, a haunting photograph captures British soldiers, blinded and suffering, as they solemnly march towards a dressing station. The devastating impact of mustard gas inflicted temporary or permanent blindness, severe burns, and agonizing respiratory distress, marking a grim testament to the horrors of chemical warfare during World War I. Carving American history. In the 1940s, a worker meticulously carves one of the colossal faces of Mount Rushmore, a monumental tribute to 4 revered U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. These 18-meter-high faces, etched into the rugged Black Hills of South Dakota, stand as enduring symbols of American pride and history, a testament to the dedication and skill of the sculptors and workers led by Gutzon Borglum. Love Eternal in a Dutch Cemetery. In a Dutch cemetery in 1888, the graves of a Catholic woman and her Protestant husband stand divided by a wall. Despite this physical barrier, their resting places are positioned closely together, their hands extending in sculpture. This poignant arrangement symbolizes the enduring love and union that transcends religious differences. Child labor strike of 1902 in Philadelphia. In 1902, child workers in Philadelphia gathered defiantly in the streets, led by union activist Mother Jones. This powerful strike brought to light the harsh conditions young workers endured in the city's factories and mines. Some children, as young as 6 years old, bravely demanded improved working conditions and an end to exploitation. The strike garnered national attention, catalyzing significant labor reforms and advancements in child labor laws across the United States. August Landmesser's stand against Hitler. In 1936, Hamburg, Germany, a man later identified as August Landmesser boldly refused to salute Hitler during a ship launching ceremony. His act of defiance was a poignant protest against Nazi tyranny. Married to a Jewish woman, Irma Eckler, their union defied Nazi racial laws, leading to Landmesser's imprisonment and separation from his family. Tragically, Irma perished in a concentration camp, while Landmesser himself was conscripted into the army and disappeared during the war, leaving behind a legacy of courage in the face of oppression. Elvis Presley's sacrifice, serving country over fame. In March 1958, at the pinnacle of his music career, Elvis Presley chose to set aside his fame and fulfill his military service. Drafted into the Army, he joined the 3rd Armored Division at Fort Hood, Texas, undergoing rigorous training before serving in West Germany. Elvis's decision to embrace his duty resonated widely, enhancing his public image as a dedicated patriot. Throughout his service, he earned respect for his commitment from both fellow soldiers and superiors alike. Battling the Spanish flu. During the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918, a streetcar conductor in Seattle gained renown for his unwavering enforcement of public health measures. He became a symbol of resilience, refusing boarding to any passenger without a face mask. His steadfast commitment illustrated the severity of the pandemic, which infected a third of the global population and claimed millions of lives. Defiance amidst turmoil. In 1990, amidst political upheaval in Armenia, a striking image emerged. A 106-year-old woman guarding her home in the village of Denir Goris, southern Armenia. Clutching a rifle, she symbolized the resilience of her community amid tensions and calls for independence from the Soviet Union, particularly in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Jack the Signal Master. In the late 19th century, Jack the Baboon became a legend in the South African railway system, where he served for 9 years. Trained by his owner, a railway operator who had lost his legs, Jack mastered the operation of signal levers with astonishing skill. Despite his unconventional role, Jack never made a single mistake, earning admiration and respect across the railway network for his remarkable service. Solitary child in Chelsea. In 1957, New York City's Times Square, an unusual sight greeted passers-by, a llama amidst the bustling streets. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic in Chelsea, England, during the 1953 coronation festivities of Queen Elizabeth II, a solitary child sits apart, adhering to strict social distancing measures, even amidst the celebratory atmosphere. Immigrant family's arrival in New York. In 1925, an immigrant family, their hopes buoyant, gazes towards the iconic New York skyline. Having successfully navigated the rigorous entry examination, they now await the government ferry, symbolizing their journey towards a new life and the promise of opportunity in America. Excavating the Sphinx in the 1970s. In the 1970s, excavations at the Sphinx statue near Cairo, Egypt, unveiled profound insights into this iconic monument. Restoration efforts were pivotal in unraveling its mysteries and preserving its majestic pharaoh head atop a lion body, symbolizing the grandeur and enigma of ancient Egyptian civilization. The Italian monk's funeral mask. In 1892, an Italian monk dons a funeral mask, a solemn ritual honoring the departed. These masks symbolize the journey to the afterlife, preserving the memory of loved ones with dignity and reverence. The crucial role of carrier pigeons. In a pivotal moment on August 9, 1918, a carrier pigeon takes flight from the side of a British tank, embodying the critical role of these birds in wartime communication. Amidst unreliable radio transmissions, carrier pigeons served as steadfast messengers, bridging strategic information between front lines and command centers with unwavering reliability. Breaking barriers. Kathrine Switzer and the Boston Marathon. In 1967, organizers of the Boston Marathon attempted to prevent Kathrine Switzer from participating, but she boldly registered with her initials, KV Switzer, to defy expectations. Despite facing opposition, Switzer courageously completed the marathon, becoming the first woman to challenge and redefine the boundaries of long-distance racing. The magnifying transmitter. In 1899, Nikola Tesla embarked on groundbreaking experiments with his magnifying transmitter, an advanced iteration of the Tesla coil. His goal, to pioneer wireless energy transmission, envisioning a future where electricity could travel through the atmosphere without the need for conventional wires. A soldier's compassion at the Berlin Wall. In August 1961, as the Berlin Wall was being erected, a German soldier helped a young boy cross the emerging barrier. The wall had split Berlin into West Berlin, governed by the Western Allies, and East Berlin, under Communist East Germany. Built to stop East Germans from fleeing to the West, it aimed to stabilize East Germany's economy and tighten communist control. On that fateful day, the boy was separated from his family. Defying orders, the soldier helped him through the barbed wire. This act of compassion was witnessed by the soldier's superior, who immediately removed him from his unit. The soldier's fate remains unknown, with most accounts stating that no one knows what became of him. This powerful image captures a fleeting moment of humanity amidst political division, symbolizing the courage and kindness that can emerge even in the darkest times. The original MGM Lion Roar. One of the earliest sequences of the famous Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer MGM logo, featuring Leo the Lion, captures the birth of an icon that would become synonymous with the film industry. This logo, known for its roaring lion, evolved through several versions over the 20th century, featuring different lions and recording styles. Despite these changes, the essence of the iconic roar, first captured in this historic scene, remained a timeless symbol of cinematic magic. Earthrise. Earthrise, a groundbreaking photograph showing Earth rising over the moon's horizon, was captured by astronaut William Anders during the historic Apollo 8 mission. This moment marked the first time humans had ever orbited the moon. The Earthrise photo profoundly impacted global awareness, sparking a movement for environmental protection and planetary unity. This iconic image inspired a generation to recognize the importance of preserving our planet, igniting the environmental movement, and fostering a renewed sense of responsibility towards Earth. The daring Manhattan landings of Thomas Fitzpatrick. In 1956, Thomas Fitzpatrick made history in a rather audacious manner to win a bet. Fitzpatrick, fueled by alcohol and bravado, stole a small plane from New Jersey and expertly landed it on a narrow Manhattan street, right in front of the bar where he had been drinking. His feat was remarkable, not just for the precision of landing in such an urban environment, but for the sheer boldness of piloting a stolen aircraft while drunk. Astonishingly, Fitzpatrick repeated this incredible stunt 2 years later under almost identical circumstances. He took to the skies once more because someone doubted his first landing. Proving his mettle, Fitzpatrick executed another flawless touchdown on the streets of Manhattan, cementing his place in urban legend with not one, but two unforgettable flights. A dark day in space exploration. The Space Shuttle Challenger tragically exploded just minutes after liftoff from Florida, claiming the lives of all 7 astronauts on board. That same night, President Ronald Reagan addressed the nation in a heartfelt speech. Investigations revealed that the disaster was caused by cold temperatures, affecting a crucial component of the shuttle. In response, scientists and engineers implemented over 100 changes to the design and operation of space shuttles, significantly enhancing their safety. The Challenger disaster remains a poignant reminder of the risks and sacrifices in the pursuit of space exploration. Toronto, 1937, a bold step in fashion history. In a daring move for their time, two women in Toronto publicly displayed their bare legs, marking a significant departure from decades of conservative attire that concealed most of the female body. While fashion had gradually evolved since the 1920s, societal acceptance of more revealing clothing remained cautious and limited. USS Bunker Hill's kamikaze attack. During a fateful moment near the island of Kyushu, Japan, on May 11, 1945, the aircraft carrier USS Bunker Hill, a formidable American vessel, faced severe damage in a swift and tragic assault by two Japanese kamikaze planes. These pilots, known for their daring suicide missions, aimed their aircraft directly at critical targets like ships, aiming to inflict maximum devastation in mere moments. The aftermath of this attack left 372 lives lost and 264 others injured, marking a harrowing chapter in naval history during World War II. The assassination of Anwar al-Sadat. In a stark turn of events during a military parade in Cairo in October 1981, Egyptian President Anwar al-Sadat met a tragic end when military officers opened fire, cutting short what was meant to be a moment of national celebration. Sadat, a visionary leader known for his bold peace efforts, including the historic 1979 Camp David Accords with Israeli leader Menachem Begin, which ushered in a new era of diplomacy between Egypt and Israel, fell victim to the violence, highlighting the fragility of peace in a tumultuous region. The Sabra and Shatila massacre. In a poignant gesture, a woman displays helmets believed to belong to those responsible for the devastating killings in the Sabra and Shatila refugee camps during the Lebanon War. The massacre, claiming between 800 to 3,500 lives, was perpetrated by a Lebanese militia with complicit involvement from the Israeli army, whose indirect role stirred international outrage and calls for justice. Ostrich traffic stop. In the bustling streets of 1930 Los Angeles, amidst the buzz of the burgeoning film industry, a peculiar spectacle unfolds as a police officer halts an ostrich-drawn carriage. This unusual encounter epitomizes the city's vibrant metamorphosis, where Hollywood's glamour and innovation collide with everyday life, creating a tapestry of contrasts and surprises. Fainting guard. In the heart of London in 1966, amid the stoic vigilance of the Queen's Guard, a formidable unit entrusted with the security of British royal palaces, a moment of unexpected drama unfolds. While his comrades maintain unwavering attention, one guard succumbs to the rigors of duty, fainting amidst the iconic pageantry. This incident serves as a poignant reminder of the Guard's legendary discipline, capable of enduring prolonged periods of motionlessness in all weather, yet vulnerable to the physical strains of their noble task. Nanny dogs of the 1800s. Pit bulls as protectors and playmates. In the 1800s, pit bulls earned the endearing nickname of nanny dogs for their innate protective instincts and gentle demeanor around children. Families of the era relied on these loyal companions to watch over their little ones, leveraging their vigilant nature and strong bonds with family members. Beyond their role as effective guardians, pit bulls were cherished for their affectionate companionship, offering both security and unwavering love to their human counterparts. Historic Geneva Summit. The Geneva Summit between Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev, leader of the Soviet Union, captivated global attention as it marked the first direct meeting between the Cold War superpowers in 8 years. Amidst heightened tensions and competing global ideologies, the summit symbolized a pivotal moment in history. Although no groundbreaking treaties emerged, the significance of Reagan and Gorbachev engaging in direct, amicable dialogue suggested a potential path towards improved relations and reduced risk of conflict. Harmony. Amidst ruins. In this poignant print from 1945, we witness a stirring moment at the close of World War II. Amidst the rubble of Berlin, a member of a Soviet tank crew finds solace and purpose in an unexpected place. at a piano. As his comrades stand nearby, their faces marked by weariness and relief, this Russian soldier brings forth melodies that transcend the chaos surrounding them. The strains of music fill the air, offering a fleeting sanctuary from the horrors of war endured throughout their campaign. The piano itself emerges as a symbol of hope and beauty amidst destruction, a testament to the enduring power of art to heal and uplift spirits. It stands as a poignant reminder of the resilience and humanity shown by those who fought on both sides of the conflict. Despite their roles in opposing forces, these soldiers unite through music, a universal language capable of bridging even the deepest divides, a plane suspended above the ruins. In Berlin, 1945, amidst the aftermath of war, an eerie sight unfolds. A plane precariously suspended from the rooftop of a 5-story building. This haunting image encapsulates the devastation and surreal scenes witnessed during the city's post-war reconstruction, highlighting the resilience and ingenuity amidst chaos. Spacesuit prototype. In the 1960s, as NASA geared up for the Apollo program and its quest to conquer the moon, a groundbreaking prototype spacesuit emerged. Tested rigorously in environments mirroring extraterrestrial conditions, such as the unforgiving Mojave Desert in California, it symbolized humanity's bold strides towards lunar exploration before the historic first steps were taken. The Falklands War. Lasting approximately 10 weeks, the Falklands War erupted in April 1982 when Argentina sought to seize control of the Falkland Islands, long governed by the United Kingdom. Prompted by Argentina's invasion, the UK deployed military forces to defend the islands, resulting in a tragic conflict that claimed the lives of 655 Argentinians, 255 British soldiers, and 3 residents of the Falkland Islands. The war underscored the geopolitical tensions over sovereignty in the South Atlantic, leaving a lasting impact on both nations involved and the global community. Shackleton's Antarctic saga of survival. In 1915, the ship Endurance, a sturdy wooden vessel, found itself ensnared by the unforgiving grip of thick Antarctic ice during the Imperial Transantarctic Expedition led by Sir Ernest Shackleton, an intrepid explorer from Ireland. Originally set on crossing the Antarctic continent via the South Pole, the Endurance's journey was abruptly halted by the ice, leading to months of harrowing challenges. Despite the eventual loss of their ship and enduring severe conditions in improvised ice camps, all members of the expedition managed to survive, marking a testament to human resilience and leadership amidst nature's most formidable forces. Princess Diana breaking royal norms. Princess Diana, a beloved member of the British royal family, made waves in the 1980s when she broke protocol by participating in a mother's race at her son Prince William's school sports event. The iconic photograph captured her not only as a princess, but also as a warm and approachable figure, diverging from the traditional norms expected of royalty. Her act highlighted her personal touch and genuine connection with people, marking a refreshing departure in royal history. Defiance in Tiananmen. The protest in Tiananmen Square, Beijing, gained worldwide attention on June 5, 1989, when a courageous man stood defiantly in front of a line of advancing military tanks. The day before, Chinese troops had violently confronted protesters, resulting in numerous deaths and injuries among the mainly student-led demonstrators. Their demands were clear: calls for governmental reform, greater democracy, and an end to corruption. The iconic image of the lone protester facing the tanks became a symbol of resistance against oppression and a powerful testament to the fight for democratic ideals in China. Animals and polio treatment in 1956. In a touching scene from 1956, 3-year-old Peggy Kennedy, a polio patient, watches with delight as ducklings paddle in a bathtub beside her. Struggling with the effects of polio, Peggy relies on a plastic chest respirator for support. During the 1950s, polio was a devastating disease that often caused paralysis and breathing challenges in children. Recognizing the importance of emotional support and treatment, innovative approaches like incorporating animals into therapy were introduced to uplift patients' spirits and enhance their overall well-being. Philadelphia Move Confrontation Aftermath. In 1985, Philadelphia witnessed a harrowing confrontation between police and the radical civil rights group known as MOVE. Advocating fervently for social justice, MOVE members lived together in a communal house that became the epicenter of a devastating incident. During the confrontation, police dropped an explosive device onto the roof of the MOVE house, triggering a catastrophic explosion and inferno. Tragically, 11 people, including 5 children, perished in the blaze, while over 60 neighboring houses were also destroyed or damaged, leaving many residents homeless in the aftermath. Sarah Rector. In 1913, 10-year-old Sarah Rector received an unexpected 160-acre land allotment in Oklahoma as part of government allocations to African Americans and Native Americans. Initially considered marginal, the land later revealed its hidden value when oil was discovered beneath its surface. This discovery transformed young Sarah into one of the first Black millionaires in the history of the United States, illustrating the profound impact of resource wealth on her life and legacy. New York's Manhattan Bridge. In March 1909, this photograph captures the grand finale of the Manhattan Bridge's construction, a monumental achievement that reshaped both engineering feats and urban landscapes. Completed later that year and ceremoniously opened in December 1909, the bridge's purpose was clear: to relieve congestion on existing Manhattan-Brooklyn crossings. Utilizing cutting-edge techniques of its time, such as pioneering braided steel cables, the Manhattan Bridge not only enhanced transportation, but also symbolized New York City's relentless drive for progress and connectivity across its bustling boroughs. Sergei Prokudin-Gorsky's photographic revolution. Over 110 years ago, Sergei Prokudin-Gorsky, a visionary Russian photographer, pioneered color photography with a technique far ahead of its time. Employing an innovative method, he captured 3 separate black and white images through red, green, and blue filters, then ingeniously merged them to create vivid, lifelike color photographs, marking a groundbreaking leap in the history of visual arts and technology. A police officer's compassionate act in 1925. In 1925, as cities expanded, a police officer halted traffic to let a mother cat and her kitten cross the road, highlighting how urban growth started to impact how humans interacted with animals, focusing more on animal safety. Otto Frank in The Secret Attic. During WW2 during World War II, Otto Frank, father of Anne Frank, stands solemnly in the Amsterdam attic where his family sought refuge from Nazi persecution of Jews from 1942 to 1944. It was here that Anne penned her world-renowned diary, offering a poignant glimpse into their hidden lives and the profound human spirit amid the darkness of Nazi-occupied Netherlands. Pope John Paul II faced a harrowing ordeal when he became the target of an assassination attempt in St. Peter's Square, Vatican City. Shot by Mehmet Ali Aga, a Turkish gunman, the Pope sustained 2 serious injuries, a bullet in his abdomen and another in his right arm and left hand. Despite the severity of the attack, Pope John Paul II showed remarkable forgiveness and compassion. He later visited Aga in an Italian prison, personally extending his forgiveness. Years down the line, the Pope's efforts contributed to Aga's eventual release, a powerful testament to the Pope's unwavering commitment to forgiveness and mercy. Corrie ten Boom's sanctuary for Jews during WW2. Between 1940 and 1944, Corrie ten Boom and her family courageously transformed their Harlem home into a sanctuary for Jews fleeing Nazi persecution. Initially not involved in resistance, their actions were sparked by the German invasion of the Netherlands. Motivated by their deep religious convictions, they covertly sheltered around 800 Jews in a hidden room above their family shop on Barteljorenstraat. However, their noble efforts were tragically cut short in 1944 when an informant betrayed them to the Nazis, leading to their arrest. Despite this ordeal, Corrie ten Boom's legacy endured as she later established a rehabilitation clinic for Holocaust survivors, embodying resilience and compassion in the face of adversity. The Great Blackout. In 1981, a fiery explosion ripped through a generator, plunging New York City into darkness. The resulting blackout swept across vital financial hubs, including the iconic New York Stock Exchange, and brought the bustling subway system to a grinding halt. stranded commuters trudged homeward, trekking along the Brooklyn Bridge amidst the eerie cityscape, as the outage persisted for over 4 long hours, disrupting the rhythm of daily life and casting a shadow over the metropolis. Pioneers of the nuclear age. In 1945, crew members of the B-29 plane, famously named Enola Gay, marched proudly in a parade. This aircraft had forever altered history by dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan. This pivotal moment not only marked the dramatic finale of World War II, but also ushered in the daunting nuclear age. The devastating impact of this historic act resonated deeply, ultimately compelling Japan's surrender and reshaping the course of global warfare forever. The Exxon Valdez disaster. In Prince William Sound, the Exxon Valdez oil tanker met catastrophe when it struck a coral reef, unleashing around 11 million gallons of oil. This environmental calamity spread across 500 miles, devastating approximately 1,300 miles of coastline. The fallout was catastrophic for marine life, with fish, birds, and other animals succumbing to the toxic pollution. Regarded as the second worst oil spill in US history, the Exxon Valdez disaster continues to haunt the region, leaving a lasting impact on its delicate ecosystem even decades later. Military hospitals. During the Spanish flu pandemic. During the devastating Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 to 1919, military hospitals became crucial battlegrounds against a virus that swept through the ranks of soldiers worldwide. This deadly pandemic, infecting nearly a third of the global population and claiming millions of lives, struck particularly hard during the chaos of World War I. Soldiers, living in cramped and unsanitary conditions, faced a rapid spread of the virus, exacerbating its impact. In military hospitals like the one depicted, young soldiers received vital treatment and care as medical teams fought tirelessly to contain the disease. These hospitals were not just centers of healing, but also front lines in the war against an invisible enemy, offering a beacon of hope amidst the grim realities of a pandemic that left an indelible mark on history. Debut of the bulletproof vest in 1923. In 1923, a bulletproof vest dazzled spectators as it bravely faced firearm shots, proving its effectiveness in personal protection technology, marking a revolutionary moment in safety innovation. The catastrophic Chernobyl disaster. In a fateful series of explosions, the Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine was rocked by disaster, leading to a partial meltdown of the reactor. This tragic event quickly became synonymous with one of the most devastating nuclear accidents in history. The initial blast claimed 32 lives and unleashed a torrent of radiation into the environment, surpassing even the fallout from the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima by 400 times. This radiation exposure affected around 2 million people, leaving a legacy of long-term health issues including cancer and other severe diseases. In the wake of the disaster, tens of thousands were evacuated, and the once thriving city of Chernobyl and its surrounding area lay abandoned and uninhabitable for decades to come. NYC's Gay Rights Milestone. In 1974, New York City held its inaugural Gay Pride Parade, a pivotal event following the Stonewall riots of 1969. These demonstrations marked the beginning of the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement in the US, inspiring annual celebrations globally.
Assassination of Lee Harvey Oswald. The world was still in shock from the assassination of John F. Kennedy when photographer Robert H. Jackson captured a moment that would become iconic. In an instant, Jackson immortalized the moment when vigilante justice was exacted on Lee Harvey Oswald, the man who had altered the course of history. What makes the image so striking is its seeming normalcy. At first glance, it could be any crowded scene. Yet, at the center, Oswald's grimace and the determined expression of his assassin, Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby, holding a gun, tell a different story. This powerful photograph earned Jackson a Pulitzer Prize. Ruby was tried for murder, but he appealed his conviction and died before a new trial could begin. Despite the passage of time, the power of this image endures. A poignant reminder of a tumultuous era. Muhammad Ali vs. Sonny Liston. In this iconic photograph taken on May 25, 1965, Muhammad Ali stands victorious over Sonny Liston during their much-anticipated rematch at St. Dominic's Arena in Lewiston, Maine. Ali's expression is one of unbridled confidence and intensity, his mouth open as if he's shouting his famous taunt, "Get up and fight, sucker!" towering over Liston, who lies sprawled on the canvas after Ali's infamous phantom punch. The image showcases Ali's dominance. The bout ended just 1 minute and 44 seconds into the first round, cementing Ali's status as a boxing legend. Photographer Neil Leifer's timing was impeccable, capturing not just an image but a narrative of triumph, controversy, and the undeniable charisma of Muhammad Ali. This photograph doesn't merely document a knockout, it immortalizes Ali's declaration to the world that he was, indeed, the greatest. Saigon execution. Capturing the moment of an execution on film is a rare and harrowing feat, but Eddie Adams did just that during the chaos of the Tet Offensive. On February 1st, 1968, in the streets of Saigon, Adams's photograph immortalized the instant South Vietnamese General Nguyen Ngoc Loan summarily executed Viet Cong Captain Nguyen Van Liem. The image, stark and visceral, captured the exact moment when Loan fired a bullet into Lem's head, the grimace of death frozen in time. Nguyen Van Liem, also known as Bay Lop, had been accused of leading a Viet Cong death squad that executed dozens of South Vietnamese officials and their families. Amidst the intense urban combat of the Tet Offensive, General Loan made the decision to publicly execute Lem, a move meant to serve as both retribution and a stark warning. The shocking immediacy of the act, and Adams' photograph of it, stripped away any veneer of sanitized warfare and exposed the raw brutality of the conflict. This powerful image, taken by the Associated Press photographer, was seen around the world and became a catalyst for the growing anti-war movement in the United States. The devastating impact of the photograph earned Adams the 1969 Pulitzer Prize for spot news photography, but it came with a heavy personal toll. Reflecting on the experience, Adams said, "I was getting money for showing one man killing another. 2 lives were destroyed, and I was getting paid for it. I was a hero." He later elaborated, "2 people died in that photograph. The general killed the Viet Cong. I killed the general with my camera." Abbey Road. As the 1960s drew to a close, the Beatles were still the biggest band in the world, nearing the end of their golden era with the release of their penultimate album, Abbey Road. For the iconic cover shoot, Scottish photographer Ian McMillan was introduced to the band by Yoko Ono. On a late summer day in 1969, McMillan perched on a stepladder in the middle of Abbey Road and snapped 6 shots of the Beatles crossing the street, with a policeman on hand to manage traffic. One of those images would become legendary, synonymous with the Fab Four. The once anonymous crosswalk in St. John's Wood, a quiet North London neighborhood, has since become a pilgrimage site for fans worldwide, demonstrating the photo's enduring impact on pop culture for over 50 years. Kent State shooting. In 1970, during an anti-war demonstration at Kent State University, protesting the Cambodian campaign, student photographer John Philo was in the university lab when shots rang out. Rushing outside, he captured the devastating aftermath as Ohio National Guardsmen opened fire, killing 4 students and wounding 9. Philo's haunting photo shows 14-year-old Marianne Vecchio, a runaway, kneeling in anguish over the lifeless body of 20-year-old Jeffrey Miller. Her expression of raw grief and shock struck a chord with the nation, earning Philo the Pulitzer Prize in 1971. Reflecting on the moment, Philo said, "I knew I was running out of film. I could see the emotion welling up inside of her." She began to sob. His photograph immortalized the tragic event, marking the first time a student had been killed in an anti-war protest in U.S. history. The Steerage by Alfred Stieglitz. This captivating photo, snapped by Stieglitz, captures passengers on a ship journeying from the USA to Europe, dramatically showcasing the stark divide between social classes. Taken spontaneously, the image quickly gained fame, even gracing the pages of a 1911 photography magazine. Stieglitz himself held this work in profound esteem, once saying, "If all my photographs were lost and I were represented only by the steerage, that would be quite all right." This powerful statement reveals the photograph's immense significance to him. Its remarkable legacy was underscored when it sold for $14,000 in 2018, a testament to its lasting impact and timeless influence. Deadly tremors as Game 3 of the World Series between the Oakland Athletics and the San Francisco Giants was on the brink of starting on October 17, 1989. A cataclysmic event shattered the excitement. San Francisco was struck by a devastating 6.9 magnitude earthquake. Known as the Loma Prieta quake, this was the most severe tremor to hit the Bay Area since the infamous 1906 disaster. The earth roared with fury, claiming 67 lives and inflicting a staggering $10 billion in damage. In this gripping image, rescuers are seen carrying survivor Erik Karlsson, embodying the heroism and urgency of the rescue efforts amidst the chaos. The heartfelt farewell of Tom Fox. In the late 1980s, when AIDS was shrouded in mystery and fear, Atlanta Journal-Constitution reporter Steve Sternberg and photojournalist Michael A. Schwartz were granted a rare and poignant glimpse into the life of Tom Fox, a man battling the virus. Their groundbreaking work was showcased in a powerful 1989 special section titled When AIDS Comes Home. This hauntingly beautiful photo, taken on July 11, 1989, captures Fox surrounded by his loved ones in the final, tender moments of his life, offering a deeply human perspective on a disease that was then cloaked in fear and misunderstanding. Lockerbie disaster. On December 21, 1988, the world was shaken by one of the deadliest aviation disasters in history. Pan Am Flight 103, en route from London to New York, was tragically brought down by an explosion over Lockerbie, Scotland. The flight, carrying 259 passengers and crew, was tragically felled by a bomb concealed in a suitcase, planted by Libyan terrorists. The blast was so powerful that it scattered debris over 800 square miles, taking the lives of all 259 people aboard and claiming the lives of an additional 11 individuals on the ground. This harrowing image, captured in the aftermath of the explosion, poignantly conveys the scale of the disaster. Aftermath of Halabja's chemical atrocity. Throughout the 1980s, Americans had a vague awareness of Iraq's protracted war with Iran. However, in 1988, the world was jolted by the revelation of Saddam Hussein's horrifying chemical attacks on the Kurdish minority in Halabja. These attacks were part of a brutal campaign ordered by Hussein to suppress a separatist challenge from the Kurds. The grim reality of these chemical assaults unfolded after Hussein had deployed thousands of soldiers to the Kurdish region, where the attacks left a trail of devastation. This tragic photo captures a Kurdish father and his young daughter amidst the ruins of their city, their expressions etched with profound loss and despair. The image serves as a poignant reminder of the inhumanity faced by the Kurdish people during this dark chapter. Baby Jessica. In October 1987, an 18-month-old baby's harrowing ordeal captured the hearts of millions. Little Jessica McClure, affectionately known as Baby Jessica, fell into an abandoned water well in her aunt's backyard, plunging 22 feet underground. For 3 agonizing days, Americans were riveted to their televisions, anxiously awaiting news of her fate. The intense rescue operation unfolded in real time as viewers watched with bated breath, hoping for a miracle. On October 16, 1987, their prayers were answered. Baby Jessica was finally pulled to safety, marking the end of a suspenseful and emotionally charged ordeal. Her dramatic rescue not only brought a collective sigh of relief, but also showcased the incredible dedication of the rescuers who worked tirelessly to bring her back to her family. Starving child. And Vulture Kevin Carter's photograph from the Sudan famine is an image that sears itself into the memory. Captured in 1993, the photo shows an emaciated child, frail and suffering, with a vulture ominously perched nearby. The child, barely clinging to life, becomes a powerful symbol of the dire crisis that plagued Sudan. This heart-wrenching image grabbed global attention, forcing the world to confront the grim reality of the famine's devastating impact. The stark contrast between the innocent vulnerability of the child and the menacing presence of the vulture underscores the harshness of famine and the profound human suffering it causes. The Falling Man, captured by Associated Press photographer Richard Drew. The Falling Man is a profoundly haunting image from the September 11th attacks in New York City. The photograph, taken at 9 hours 41 minutes and 15 seconds a.m., immortalizes a moment of unimaginable desperation as an unidentified man plummets from the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Trapped high above in the burning inferno and choking smoke, this person faced an agonizing choice: remain in the flames or leap to escape. The uncertainty of whether he fell while desperately seeking safety or chose to jump to avoid the unbearable heat and smoke adds to the profound sadness of the image. In the Andes. On the fateful night of November 13, 1985, the Nevado del Ruiz volcano in northern Colombia erupted, unleashing a devastating torrent of mud and debris that engulfed the town of Armero while its residents slept. Amid the chaos, 13-year-old Omera Sanchez became a poignant symbol of the disaster's horrific impact. As rescuers worked tirelessly to save her, Sanchez was trapped for agonizing 60 hours amidst the rubble and sludge. Despite their relentless efforts and the growing desperation of her family and the rescue teams, she remained ensnared by the crushing debris. Her struggle, witnessed by the world through harrowing images, highlighted the devastating scale of the eruption, which claimed the lives of approximately 20,000 people. Titanic Discover, on September 2, 1985, a groundbreaking moment in maritime history unfolded when a team of American and French researchers uncovered the legendary wreck of the Titanic, resting over 12,000 feet beneath the waves south of Newfoundland. This iconic ship, which met its tragic fate on April 15, 1912, had captivated imaginations worldwide with its story of opulence and catastrophe. The discovery, hidden in the dark, cold depths of the Atlantic Ocean, revealed the Titanic's eerie remains in startling detail. The ship's haunting wreckage, a solemn memorial to the 1,500 souls who perished that fateful night, offered new insights into one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history. The 17-day hijacking of TWA Flight 847 on June 14, 1985, Shiite terrorists hijacked TWA Flight 847 from Athens to Rome, sparking a 17-day ordeal. As the plane made multiple trips between Lebanon and Algeria, passengers faced severe abuse, and one American was killed. Despite the chaos, pilot John L. Testrakin remained calm and composed throughout. The crisis ended on June 30, 1985, with the release of all remaining hostages, and Testrakin was hailed as a hero for his bravery under pressure. Music makes a difference. The epic creation of We Are the World. In January 1985, a remarkable gathering of 45 musical legends united to address a critical humanitarian crisis. Led by icons like Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and Bob Dylan, this superstar ensemble recorded the powerful anthem, We Are the World, to support African famine relief. Their collaboration created an instant sensation, with the song selling over 20 million copies worldwide, demonstrating the incredible impact that music can have in mobilizing global compassion and change. The Bhopal tragedy, world's worst industrial disaster. The poignant image of this unknown child stands as a haunting symbol of the Bhopal disaster, which unfolded on December 2, 1984, at the Union Carbide pesticide plant in India. Dubbed the worst industrial catastrophe in history, the accident released a deadly cloud of toxic gases, claiming an estimated 15,000 lives. This child's image captures the devastating human toll and the profound impact of one of the most tragic industrial failures ever recorded. Last rites for a fallen leader. In October 1984, India mourned the assassination of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, a powerful leader whose life was cut short by her own Sikh household guards. This tragic act of violence came just 4 months after Gandhi had ordered a controversial raid on a Sikh temple in Amritsar. The night before her death, she delivered a poignant message at a rally, declaring, "I don't mind if my life goes in the service of the nation. If I die today, every drop of my blood will invigorate the nation." Her words, steeped in sacrifice and dedication, echo through history as a testament to her unwavering commitment to her country amidst the turmoil that led to her untimely demise. McDonald's Massacre, a tragic day of violence. In San Isidro, on July 18, 1984, a horrific act of violence unfolded at a McDonald's in San Isidro, California. James Oliver Huberty, 41, stormed into the restaurant and unleashed a relentless assault, claiming the lives of 21 people and injuring 19 others. The chaos ended only when a police sniper took down Huberty, marking this tragedy as the deadliest massacre in the United States at that time. In this heart-wrenching scene, paramedics are seen rushing to aid a wounded boy outside the restaurant, their efforts a stark reminder of the devastating human cost of that dark day. San Francisco in ruins. In 1906, San Francisco faced a cataclysmic disaster as a massive earthquake shattered the city, followed by relentless fires that ravaged the heart of the metropolis. The ground quaked violently, and as the tremors subsided, flames erupted, consuming entire neighborhoods. This one-two punch left the city's infrastructure in ruins, with buildings reduced to ashes and streets choked with debris. The earthquake and ensuing fires together transformed San Francisco into a landscape of devastation, marking a turning point in the city's history. A unique tradition of forgiveness in Turkey. In the 20th century, a touching New Year's tradition unfolded in some parts of Turkey, where women would kneel before their husbands on New Year's Eve, seeking forgiveness for the year's past mistakes. This poignant ritual was more than just an apology. It was a profound gesture aimed at renewing and fortifying marital bonds. As the old year faded away, this act of humility and reconciliation symbolized a fresh start and the resolution of past conflicts, setting the stage for a harmonious new beginning in the year ahead. Black Monday. On October 19, 1987, the financial world was rocked by an event that seemed almost inconceivable. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunged by 500 points in a single trading day. Known as Black Monday, this catastrophic market crash began with a jolt as the New York Stock Exchange opened. Panic spread like wildfire among investors, and losses mounted with each passing hour. By the closing bell, the Dow had plummeted by 22%, marking the largest single-day drop since 1914. The shockwaves of Black Monday rippled through financial markets worldwide, shaking investor confidence and prompting urgent reforms in trading systems to guard against future calamities. Dr. Wernher von Braun, the architect of space exploration. Dr. Wernher von Braun, a towering figure in 20th century aerospace engineering, was born in Germany and initially gained prominence for his role in developing the V-2 rockets used by the Nazis. After World War II, von Braun and many of his colleagues were brought to the United States under Operation Paperclip, a secret program designed to harness German scientific expertise for American advancements. In the U.S., von Braun became the mastermind behind the Saturn V rocket, the powerhouse of NASA's Apollo program. The photograph showcases the F-1 rocket engines, the most powerful liquid-fueled engines ever constructed. Each engine boasted a staggering thrust of 1.5 million pounds, propelling the Saturn V's first stage and making the historic Apollo moon missions possible. Von Braun's innovations were instrumental in turning humanity's dream of lunar exploration into a reality. Thanks for watching. These historic images offer a powerful lens into moments of profound impact and change. From acts of bravery and heartache to groundbreaking innovations and collective resilience, they paint a vivid picture of our shared past. Let these photos inspire you to reflect on how history has woven its threads into the fabric of our present, and remind us all of the enduring stories that continue to shape our future.